Welcome into the Eric St. Joe Podcast, a daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures each and every day of the work week. Right here in the posh, beautiful Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker Studio. Baldwin Ace Hardware, a beacon of DIY awesomeness in the Northland. All right, let's get after it. Holy cow. An unbelievable weekend of football again. And look, there were 4 games, and I had all of them correct. Full on Zane Adamas, Stone Cold Locks of the Week predictions. Absolutely stunning. I am so impressed with myself for what I was able to pull off yet again. My God. Chiefs, Jaguars. Now, I tell you what, the Jaguars have improved an incredible amount since when the Lions beat the shit out of them. But holy crap, that was impressive. Kansas City ends up beating the Jags 27-20. And what was crazy in that damn game is that the freaking Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes, gets hurt in that one. And then, holy crap, they're off and running. Jesus, I did not expect. It was weird because game starts, Mahomes gets hurt, and that's rough. Those ankle injuries are just absolutely ridiculous. And, man, the fact that it rolled up on him like that, really, really devastating. So you're thinking, oh, no, what's going to happen? And they bring out Chad Henne, I didn't even know Chad Henne still played football. In my mind, Chad Henne, I remember him at Michigan in like 1974. Are you kidding me? Chad Henne? And then he comes in and leads them right down the fucking field like a 99-yard drive. The guy, he doesn't do shit. I think there was a moment a couple of years ago when he entered a playoff game for the Chiefs and did very well. But it's escaped my brain, It's the last time I thought about Chad Henne was the last time that fucker probably played football. And that might be the greatest job in the NFL. Backup quarterback. Oh, just think about it. You don't have to do shit. You just hold the clipboard, you make millions of dollars. That is incredible. And your brain is not mush when you're finished with your career, because a guy like Patrick Mahomes, as much as everybody loves that guy, let's be honest here. His brain is going to be full of CTE when it's all said and done. He's probably going to be in a wheelchair. It's just remarkable what that does to the human body. Backup quarterback is where it's at. But off and running, and Henne, he performs very, very well. And then what they do to Mahomes is they shoot him full of medicine so that he can come. He tapes it up, whatever the fuck, I don't know. They give him some cocaine or who knows, heroin. He's back on the field, but he's limping around like an asshole. And it's like, dude, fuck you. Sit down. We got this. We got Chad Henne. We don't need you. Just relax for the rest of the game. But no, Mahomes comes back in, and he's literally at key points in the game hopping on one foot while he's throwing the ball. I don't know how he does it. But Trevor Lawrence is awesome. I love that guy, but now is not his time. There will be. What's a great story is the fact that last year at this time, we were finishing up the saga of the Jacksonville Jaguars with Urban Meyer. And that was easily the most cataclysmic of coaching moves that has ever existed in the history of professional sports. You bring on this piece of shit who is like kicking the kicker and acting like an asshole and molesting women on a dance floor. Oh, my God. And the team was absolute shit. They gave up on him because he's a dickhead. And for them to come all the way back this year and perform as well as they did is saying something, and they didn't win, but they gave the Chiefs a damn good fight. And considering the fact of what they did the previous weekend when they came all the way back and beat the fucking LA Chargers, that was awesome. So good on them. Still think the Lions are better than the Jaguars. The Lions would have beaten half the teams in the playoffs. I really believe that. But, all right, so you got that. Now, also this happened in that game, in the Chiefs game. Some reporter, this was great. What is her name? Maria Taylor. She works for NBC Sports. This is Maria Taylor right here. You don't see her right now. Hang on, I'll get her. I'll bring her in. Where are you, Maria? There she is. She's lovely. Beautiful little hat there. Doing her thing. Professional. But shit went sideways for Maria Taylor. Audio check. Video check. Oh, no. Check this out.
All right, so game one of the divisional round is done. The Kansas City Chiefs, they move.
Oh, we got to do that again. The volume was a little low for you.
All right, so game one of the divisional round is done. The Kansas City Chiefs, they move.
Yes. The Kansas City Chiefs.
All right, so game one of the divisional round is done. The Kansas City Chiefs, they move.
She's such a professional, though. It didn't trip her up at all. She just said Kansas City Chiefs.
All right, so game one of the divisional round is done. The Kansas City Chiefs, they move.
And she didn't do anything. I mean, if that were me, if I were on live TV and I said Kansas City Chiefs, it would have been the oh, fuck. But not her. No. She just said the right word, and that's a pro.
All right, so game one of the divisional round is done. The Kansas City Chiefs, they move.
Oh, yes. So not only do we get to see Maria Taylor's expertise and her professionalism and not getting tripped up by the fact that she just said Kansas City Chiefs, but she said Kansas City Chiefs on TV. So that's fucking great. Also in that game, referee Sean Hockley. This is a quick clip. But Tony Romo's talking, doing Tony Romo things in the broadcast booth with Jim Nantz. And the ref wants to make a call. And so he turns on the mic and then finishes his conversation. So he's kind of like on a hot mic, and it's going out to TV land and everybody in the stadium. Audio check, video check. First person you'll hear is Romo, and then you'll know when you're hearing Sean Hockley.
Henny got hit. Everybody shut up. Okay. Henny got hit. Everybody shut up. Okay.
I like Romo. Okay. He's talking about Chad Henne getting hit. Ref says, everybody shut up. Romo goes, okay.
Henny got hit. Everybody shut up. Okay.
So everybody in the stands hears that. That's great. That is Sean Hockley. He's been a ref for about 7 years. His dad was Ed Hockley, or is Ed Hockley. That's the ref who looks like a WWE wrestler. Like his arms are just jacked. He wears too tight a shit, I love that. I don't think he's a ref anymore. Speaking of refs, legendary hockey ref Terry Koharski calls it a career. This is a tangent. I wasn't even going to talk about this. Terry Koharski from the famous Koharski reffing family. You're like, what? Huh? His brother, Don Koharski, I've talked about this before, was the guy who made a call, and the ref and the coach of whatever team, Jim Schoenfeld, was pissed off and screamed at him to go eat another donut. Jim Schoenfeld of the New Jersey Devils taking on Don Koharski. His brother Terry, from the famous reffing Koharski family, reffed his last game in the American Hockey League, is retiring. And I've known Terry forever. And so that was it. That was the end of his career. But this is what happened to his brother years ago. Don Koharski. Audio check, video check.
To even things up with the Bruins tomorrow night, Coach Jim Schoenfeld is still seething about the work of referee Don Koharski in Game 3. After the game, Schoenfeld met Koharski as the ref left the ice. And while the exchange was heated, you will see in this tape that reports that Schoenfeld pushed Koharski are erroneous.
Okay, so Koharski did a crazy like FIFA soccer move where Schoenfeld barely touched him and Koharski acted like he fell. And then Koharski says, "You pushed me." And Schoenfeld said, "It was your fat gut, you fat pig." Have another donut. You fell, you fat pig. Have another donut. God, I love this. I mean, he's not telling him to go fuck himself. He calls him a fat pig. That's a key. If you're going to be on TV, by the way, these refs aren't wearing helmets. It's so old school. If you're on TV and you really want to make sure that what you said gets heard, don't swear. Call him a fat pig and tell him to go eat another donut.
What do you mean, have another donut? What is he telling him to take off?
He didn't have his toque on it. Pete Rose obviously missed the point with Malone. He should have.
Shut up. John Saunders, may he rest in peace, from Western Michigan University. You fell, you fat pig. Have another donut. Have another donut. Well, the ref is Don Koharski. His younger brother is Terry. And we've had a lot of laughs over the years, and his final game in the American League was the other night. So that was cool. Shook his hand, got a picture with him. Great guy. Great guy. All right, I completely digress, though. I was talking about referee Ed Hockley and Sean Hockley, and suddenly I'm talking about fucking the hockey game. Back to football. So the Chiefs win despite the ankle injury from Mahomes. But if you're a Chiefs fan, shit, man, fuck. Now the guy's, he's nicked. I guarantee you he's sore as shit today. Oh, my God. Rolling your ankle. It looked rough, too, because I guess some player fell on it. You know, it was all twisted and stupid. Good God. Also in the AFC, Damar Hamlin Magic be damned. You know, everyone in the country, on the planet, rooting for the Bills with the exception of Bengals fans. And you got to love Joe Burrow. Ice in his veins, you know? The fact that the Bengals were the team that was on the field when Damar Hamlin went down not even 3 weeks ago. And they just march into Buffalo with shitty weather conditions and tell the Bills to go fuck themselves. Oh my God. 27-10, and it wasn't that close. The Bills come up short again. Now, seriously, you might as well move the team at this point. What your team has been through, those fans are I don't know who's had it worse. The Lions fans who've just, completely never been, or the Bills fans who've been and then fuck it up all the time. I don't know what's worse. In fact, we got a great opportunity now to finally get Stu McAllister on, because the word on the street is Stu is no longer working at this time of the day, and that he started out 2023 like he started out 2022 by starting and then quitting jobs. So I've been trying to get Stu on forever, and I'm never able to get him because he's working at some job that he had.
Don't even say it.
What? What's the matter? What? Are you talking about, am I going to make a bad joke about DeMar? No, I wouldn't do that to you.
Oh, God, it was brutal.
I've got some catching up to do with you.
All right, very good. Let's do it.
The first thing is I'm able to talk to you now. I heard through the grapevine that you're going to take your talents to another employer.
Yeah, you know me.
Yes. Well, you got to be. Hey, look, it's your livelihood. You got to be finicky. If it's not working for you, get the fuck out of there.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to lie to you, Zane. That job, I like that job. I was getting that job. That job was destroying me physically.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
My shoulders I was waking up in the middle of the night in pain. And I'm like, it's not going to get better. It wasn't one of those, oh, Stu, you're a huge pussy, just get in shape. It wasn't that.
Right.
I'm an old man, and this stuff isn't good.
Well, because we did have a conversation that we didn't discuss. I didn't discuss it on the podcast that you were having. Now, I don't even really technically know what you were doing, but someone said something about you were moving patients.
No, not. I never touched a patient. I never touched a person. I was delivering medical equipment, and hospital beds are considered medical equipment.
Oh.
And so I was moving a lot of hospital beds, and I felt like they should have renamed the company 2 Men and a Hospital Bed.
Oh, so. It was a bitch. It was a horrible thing. So though you liked it, it was going to kill you.
Yeah, it was just, I hate to say it, it was too much. It was beyond my, unfortunately, old man body capabilities.
Yeah. No, fuck that shit. So thank God. All right. So, but it's excellent that it happened, because now I can actually get you, at least for a little while until you start the next gig,
yes.
On the show. A lot of people saw your table smash, Stu. You went on Facebook, and normally you'll do, but you did like a table smash, but it was only like an honorary. It was to actually exemplify the lackluster attempt by the Bills in that game.
Oh, yeah, it was awful. The table smash was awful. I mean, I did the table smash awfully on purpose, but it was so fun.
Right.
It didn't do what I thought. I mean, I wasn't expecting what happened. The table just sank into the ground.
Right. Yeah, I thought that the table was going to hold you up for a second there.
It literally went 6 to 8 inches into the ground.
Oh,
I struggled to get it out.
So the ground isn't quite frozen, and it was like you were putting stakes in the ground like a tent.
Yes, exactly. I thought I was just going to fall on it, like you said, but it went into the ground.
Yeah, it was crazy. So yeah, Bill, Stu, the Bills. That was a fucking what? Talk about laying an egg.
Oh, everybody puts it on the coaching, on the defensive coordinator, Leslie Frazier, the offensive coordinator, Ken Dorsey. I don't know, man. Yeah, it was horrible.
Well, the Bengals are pretty damn good, and I knew going in that you were going to have your hands full with them. They don't give a shit about Damar Hamlin. They're like, fuck that guy. You think you can come in? You think you can take over this game just because a guy had a grabber on the field? Fuck you.
Yeah, they were definitely fuck you from moment one to moment end. It was oof. It's I was in a bar and there were way more Bengal fans in that bar than I thought there would be, and it pissed me off because my brass knuckles were at home.
Well, those are disgusting people. You know that.
Cincinnati's a shithole town.
Bengals fans are animals, and you know, I everybody loves the Bills, but if you're a fan of that team, I don't know who's had it worse, Lions fans or Bills fans. I'm going to say Bills fans because the Lions get you excited when they get a first down, and we're happy with that. The Bills have great years and go to the Super Bowl, and then they play like a fucking a shitbag team. You know?
Dumpster fire, man. It was It's bad because everybody on Twitter is losing their fucking mind about it. Everybody's like, fire everybody, get rid of Josh Allen. Oh my God, start over. I'm like, get a hold of yourselves, everybody, right? Get a hold of yourselves.
Yeah. My
but
God.
how do you get over the hump, man? I don't want to be a team that goes to the playoffs every year and loses in the wild card or divisional round.
Yeah, it's crazy because last year they blew it in the last, minute. They had Kansas City on the ropes. So and that was but this year, that whole game was shit. Basically those poor people paid money to sit in the fucking snow, and the best part was seeing Damar Hamlin, and then everybody else was like, fuck. The fans were hoping that all the Bills players had the same fate as Damar Hamlin. They were that pissed off.
Enough AEDs in the stadium.
Yeah. If those players, if all those Bills players had a cardiac arrest, the fans would have cheered wildly. That's how bad they were. My God.
They would have had to play the game in a neutral field.
Oh yeah, it was so fucked. Well, okay. Sorry about your stupid team. That they're a bunch of assholes. Fuck them. And so what's next? Are we you're going to take a couple days to regroup and then do something else?
Yeah, the new job, I started doing stuff on Wednesday.
Oh, you already got the new gig.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I was looking after my shoulder started grinding. I'm like, oh my God, I got to start looking. So
holy shit.
I think I found something. And then even with the new job, I might be able to talk to you while I'm doing it. So
okay. All right. Well, yeah, I'm so glad that you quit that job because I couldn't handle not getting you on the show to talk about important things.
Very, very important things like the Buffalo Bills.
Hey, I notice every day you're selling some new merchandise. I'm beginning to think that your home is just a warehouse for sports memorabilia.
Two of my rooms kind of are right now.
Wow.
It's atrocious.
Jesus Christ. You bought all that shit because you wanted it or you wanted to sell it?
Well, it started off with me buying stuff for me. I'm looking for Buffalo Bills stuff or just weird random stuff. And then it turned into oh, this is a pretty good deal. I can probably flip it.
Okay.
And then, so it sort of turned into that. So
there's the discussion about you burning things. Like you burned a lot of Packers gear and you burnt Brett Favre gear.
Yeah.
The synthetic material of those jerseys, you're probably getting some type of lead poisoning or something.
I did feel lightheaded after I burned a couple of those jerseys.
Yeah.
They went up real quick, and it made me go, people wear these things.
Yes. This is, yeah. Well, it's you're and then you're sitting there breathing in all this smoke and shit. My God.
Yeah. I probably got about 6 months.
Yep. Giving yourself cancer, man. You're like a fucking one of those guys that worked on the pile at 9/11. Those guys, they all cleaned the shit up and they were dead 6 months later. They're like, fuck you.
It's worth it though. I burned a Brett Favre jersey.
Yeah.
Totally worth it.
Okay, have a good one.
Thanks, Shane. I'll talk to you
see
later.
ya. There you go. Stu McAllister, getting caught up with him and all the things going on in his life and talking about the fucking Bills. Fuck off. Put those fans through that shit. You show up there, just see Stephon Diggs, who's if you throw a ball even anywhere near Stephon Diggs, he's going to catch it. Okay? And Josh Allen, is that his name? Josh Allen. He's the quarterback. He's on the sidelines with a coat on and a hat, and he's looking at the fucking iPad or whatever. Go, yeah, let's see. I shouldn't have thrown that one. Oop, swipe left. And then Diggs is like in front going, motherfucker, I was wide open. What the fuck is wrong with you? And his hands are out, and he's bitching at him, and Josh Allen's pretending like he doesn't see him. It's like, you idiot. What the fuck? Why do you become shitty at key times, you dick? Oh, my God. And then if you're Joe Cool Burrow, did you see that? After the game, some reporter goes up to Josh. They were talking about everybody was making plans about playing in the AFC Championship game at the neutral site field. The Bills and the Chiefs because the schedule quirk when Hamlin had that grabber, it made it so that that's how they were assuming they'd be in the AFC Championship game. What do you have to say to all those fans that bought tickets to the neutral site AFC Championship game? He goes, better get a refund. Ha ha ha! Oh my God, that guy is a bitch. Holy shit, Joe Burrow. I love the fact that, he comes out of LSU, and you know how like it is in the NFL? If you get 10 quarterbacks out of college into the pros, 9.9 of those quarterbacks are going to have to sit on the sidelines for 5 years. And these are like first-round draft picks. And then the coaches will be like, yes, we're just teaching him the offense. No, it's because he sucks and he can't read, okay? The guy's horrible. And then out of the blue, you'll get one that just immediately just kicks ass. Joe Burrow was one of those. Now, he was one of the best players in college football, one of the best college quarterbacks to ever play the game. So it makes sense. It's about time one of these guys that they had such high hopes for shows up and immediately makes an impact and leads a team. But you never know with these college quarterbacks. So often they just are shitty when they come into the league. But I love the fact that he just shows up and he does so well. A similar scenario, but even more astounding, is this Brock Purdy of the San Francisco 49ers, who no one knew who this guy was. No one. He played for a college that is not really, well, he played for Iowa State. Who gives a shit about Iowa State? And no one heard of that guy. And the San Francisco 49ers with the very last pick in the draft. It was like they were picking up their shit on draft day. And then someone said, hey, you got one more pick. And they go, oh, we do? Oh, I don't know. That guy, whoever the fuck he is, we'll draft him. We don't even give a shit. And they drafted him. It was the very last pick in the whole draft. That's known as Mr. Irrelevant. In like the 50th round, every player in college football had been drafted except this guy. And he's sitting there, pissed off because he's not going to get drafted. And then his first contract, they don't even pay him a paycheck. He's so shitty. They gave him like Burger King gift cards. This year, he didn't even make any money. They gave him Burger King gift cards and then got him a place to live. It wasn't even an apartment. He lives in a fucking tent in like a homeless encampment in San Francisco. The only time he's housed is when the team is on the road. He can stay at a hotel. And even then, they don't even like him there. Okay? They think like, hey, we don't like homeless people. Fuck you. So he lives in a homeless encampment. They give him Burger King gift cards because he's so shitty. But he suits up for the games. And then late in the year, all their quarterbacks get hurt. And they go, let's give it to the homeless guy. And they give the fucking ball to this Brock Purdy. And he's insanely awesome. He's just killing it. And now the 49ers are in the NFC Championship game because the Dallas Cowboys are a huge pile of shit. Dak Prescott might be the most overrated player I've seen in my life. He was off to a shitty start early when he threw that fucking interception, and he threw another one, and that's it. Game over. 49ers. Brock Purdy didn't have to do a whole hell of a lot. Had one or two touchdown passes. I don't know. And even and then their defense was great, and they've got some great players in the 49ers. Deebo Samuel and McCaffrey. What's the fucking guy's name? Ed McCaffrey? No, that's his dad. Ed McCaffrey's the old man. Christian McCaffrey, the running back. And it's really rare that he is a solid running back. He's like one of the best running backs in the league. And the reason why he's so rare is because he's white as shit. And I get a lot of white pride when I see Christian McCaffrey run, okay? Because he runs like all the other backs in the league, and they're all black, and they kick ass. And so does Christian McCaffrey. So that's fucking sweet. White pride because Christian McCaffrey kicks so much ass. Kenny says, yikes, don't say those two words together, man. No, it is true, though, because everybody wants to talk about it, but they don't really address it. But it should be noted, after he scores the touchdown, like Jim Nantz, he's like, oh, my God, look at that. He scored a touchdown, and he's white. Holy shit. I'm just kidding. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so that was all incredible. Not Travis Kelce. What the fuck is the name of the tight end there? Kittle. He caught a touchdown pass, and then he threw it to Jerry Rice. Did you see that? And Jerry Rice hauled it in the stands. He's like, yes, a perfect hand catch. Oh, my God. So, that's awesome. I love that San Francisco is where they are right now with their homeless quarterback. And Purdy, I love this guy. He looks like a child. Have you ever seen this guy's face? Brock Purdy. Look at him. He looks like a little boy. Oh, my God. Look at him. He's a cutie patootie. This officially is a cutie patootie. Holy shit. This is him when he played at Iowa State, doing his thing. But there you go. He looks like a kid. How fantastic is that? And he's just killing it. Born in 1999. Oh, fuck. 2 of my 3 children are older than Brock Purdy. He would look at my daughter Jackie and my son Jim and say, hey, old man. So, in a way, I'm kind of rooting for Brock Purdy. Because, he's just performing lights out. How is that even possible? Trevor Lawrence, his rookie year, there was a lot of moments where he was absolute shit. Okay? This guy shows up, and he's done very little wrong. They will take on the Eagles, who just beat the fuck out of the Giants. And I knew that was coming. Again, all my picks were right. I picked all of mine right. Okay? And Tyler says the Eagles are going to destroy the 49ers. And I agree with you. They are. The end of the line is coming for Brock Purdy. Okay? Fly, Eagles, fly. They are going to beat the shit out of them. But I'm excited about the matchup. I'm glad the 49ers are kicking ass. I remember growing up, it was all Joe Montana and Steve Young. So now you've got Joe Montana, Steve Young, Brock Purdy. Sam says Purdy will be the next TB12. So the Eagles will win against San Francisco. And the Bengals are going to beat KC just like they did last year. Joe Cool is a bitch. Mahomes nicked, and you got to love what Cincinnati does. Okay? So it's going to be Cincinnati, excuse me, and the Eagles fly in the Super Bowl. Mark it down, stone cold lead pipe lock of the week. All right. For you folks that are enjoying the show on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, it's time to say goodbye. If you want the rest of this show, you have to go to twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. I recommend you go there, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Follow the page, subscribe to the page. You don't miss a second of the action. Because if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, I cut the feed so that you will go and help me build my Twitch audience. Give yourself a username. It's great fun. You can engage in the chat and talk it up with your peers. Have fun. As always, reach out to me if you want to send me an email, eric@ericzaneshow.com on the Shoreliners Striping inbox. And, of course, the audio podcast is always there on demand wherever you download shows. And I'm on every platform, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart. Just signed with iHeart recently. It's awesome. And you can download the show to your heart's content wherever you download shows. Okay, there you go. Thank you so much for watching, though, on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Full show, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. One more thing. I also have a Patreon where I put 11 bonus episodes a week on there. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. Check out my Patreon for just 1 month and see if you like it. It's like a testing proving ground, you know? Now, that is going to set you back $5 or $10. But if you don't like it, just cancel it. And then, you know, you've given me $5 or $10. You've helped me. You've helped feed the dogs. But you're not breaking the bank, and you're not signed up for any stupid long-term thing. So, whatever. But if you do like it, you can convert it to a yearly, and I will take 10% off of what it costs for that year. So what was $60 for the audio is $54. What was $120 is $108. There you go. That's it. That's my big push for me. Think about it. You're helping keep the show strong with ad-free, listener-supported Patreon.